Hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW. How you feeling, Quan?
Like shit.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. I go outside one time, just hit the bar, see some old coworkers. I go out to the bar one time in my deathbed from Sunday until now. I have not. This is the first time I've really gotten out of bed since Sunday, and let me tell you, the boy's miserable, but we gonna fight through. Let's get it going.
Did you get tested?
Yeah, no COVID. We're good. We're good on the COVID.
No.
I'm just sick.
That boy just sick. Oh man, if you don't pop a goddamn Mucinex bit.
You know what's crazy? People don't even get regular sick no more. People just get COVID or nothing, bro. Like, when's the last time you heard somebody just say, "Oh, yo, I'm just sick, regular sick"?
Well, probably like for me recently. What is it? There's always this stomach bug that goes around at work, and I'm just like, I don't know what y'all motherfuckers be doing, but that shit don't be getting me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I think that happened like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, right now it is either you're sick or COVID, and I think people just say that they're just like. I think people like more or less say they're fine if they don't have COVID. So, I feel like niggas are still getting sick. But ain't much really going on. And Quan wants to get out of here so he can sleep.
We're good. Let's get it going, man. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into In the Trenches. First things first, we say goodbye to L.A. Knight.
Happy trails, man.
Good luck. This is all giving it a try, not being a grind runner, man. I saw a lot of people not happy with him going up and managing Mace or Face, whatever the fuck he's gonna be now, because he's like a manager, and it was just like literally his greatest skill in NXT was talking. And I don't know what y'all want him to do. Like
I mean, I guess they want him to wrestle. My thing is, even with that, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, last week or 2 weeks ago, footage online came out of a dark segment with LA Knight managing Mace, former Mace of Retribution. So for one, we don't even know if that's what it's really going to be, come actual debut time. We just know they tried that out. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe Vince didn't like that. For all we know, he can come up next week and be a wrestler. So I don't think we don't have to be too quick to be upset about something that might not even really happen and on the real show. But from what I read, I believe from Fightful, they're saying that, yeah, there's no plan for him in NXT anymore. So he's pretty much done. So, I mean, he had a great last couple months in NXT. I mean, crowd basically treated him like he was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Wait, you said that he had a good last couple months or whatever, but it was just like, I don't think he won a match in his like.
No, I'm not saying he won anything, but I mean, as far as crowd reaction goes,
yeah, man,
it
was a great week on his way out, and that motherfucker was like 0-7. That boy was getting his ass whooped by Grayson Waller, bro.
Oh my goodness!
And then got his ass cooked by Walter. But yeah, I mean, it's all fine. Like you said, like nothing is concrete. Anything can change. They could literally be a tag team like next week. So,
yeah. Exactly.
And just because he's talking now doesn't mean he won't wrestle later. And
yeah, I like Leo Rush or everybody other, or like every other manager has come up in the last like 3 years. Usually, at some point they end up wrestling. Drake Maverick. Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah, so should be fine. Should be straight. There's a possibility for more AEW and New Japan cross shows. I mean,
Go ahead. No, I was saying, according to Sports Illustrated, Obari, I believe, I don't know his first name, the president of New Japan was like, hey, now that the borders are open, we can start looking at more crossover shows. Nothing has been confirmed yet outside of Forbidden Door, but there has been a lot of intrigue and excitement for the Forbidden Door event. So I can see if this show is successful, which I'm sure it will be, because it's in Chicago, right?
Yeah,
Chicago going to sell that out. So if it's in Chicago, I think if it's successful, which I think it will be, I'm sure they'll do more cards. I'm sure they'll send some AEW guys over to Japan. I mean, borders are open at this point.
Yeah. We'll see how Forbidden Door goes before I say I'm excited for any more AEW New Japan cross matches. I mean cross shows. Because like yeah, we could get more of these, but if they're not good, do we need more of them?
I don't think Forbidden Door I can't see Forbidden Door being a bad show. I can see probably maybe being like, okay, that was cool, but like, where do we go from here? But I can't see it going bad.
I think if the verdict or like the overwhelming reaction is, which it won't be because this is a dream for a lot of people, but if this shit is just okay, that's bad in my book because this was supposed to be y'all golden goose. This was y'all, hey man, the world is changing, the tides are turning, and if I walk away with just that was all right, that's not a good show. But I'm pretty sure there'll probably be like 3 decent matches on the show. Yeah, sure. And if we do get more New Japan AEW cross shows, we're most likely going to see like how in ROH there was like a change of format where it's not like New Japan where it's like hella tag matches and then like 3 singles. So I feel like for Forbidden Door in Chicago, I feel like we might get a lot more like singles matches.
I'm interested in how this relationship is going to work because if you do remember the New Japan Ring of Honor kind of collaboration they were doing, a lot of the time the Ring of Honor guys were doing the job. I'd say most of the time. So I'm interested to see who's going to be winning and losing in these matches.
Shit, I would still assume that AEW is going to take the L on here because who the fuck they got experience that needs to be getting a win over a Tanahashi and Okada, a Shingo, a Kota Ibushi if he's okay, a Zack Sabre Jr. Like I feel like the only niggas that are really gonna be losing on those like sort of cards or like that show, in my mind, in my opinion, right now, would be like niggas like Suzuki, Ishii, Yuji Nagata. Is Juice Robinson still over there? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like Taguchi, like them niggas. Like I don't see anybody.
Old guys.
Yeah, I don't see anybody like higher up on the card really losing, unless they're going up against Punk or Bryan.
We gonna see. I'm interested to see how the card shapes up. I will say that. I want to see what happens. We got some time though.
I haven't watched New Japan in a really long time.
Nor have I. I have.
Yeah, but I know if I see Adam Cole versus Tanahashi, Adam Cole's losing. If I see a Hangman Page versus anybody, that nigga losing. No, I'm playing.
Don't do that.
There's just like levels to this shit, and like you can eyeball it and be like, oh, okay, like who should be winning here. Unless what is it? AEW booking takes priority for a lot of this because they have weekly television. I mean, sure, that'd be fine.
Yeah, and it's their event. So they have to kind of keep it cohesive with storylines. If that's what I'm concerned about. Will it be storyline driven at all, or will it just be matches?
It'll probably just be matches.
I guess. I mean, I'm not like completely mad at it, but I would prefer if there was some story involved. I'll say that much.
I will agree with that much. Well, who knows? I don't even be liking. I don't like AEW or New Japan stories like that. So, it is what it is. Moving on, we got Pat Buck joining AEW. I have no idea who this man is. I'm not gonna lie. This is where I expose myself as a casual fan because when niggas was talking about Pat Buck, I was just like, who the fuck is this nigga, bro? Does he wrestle? No, then why should I really be caring right now? So if you could enlighten me.
I don't really know. I didn't know who Pat Buck. I think he was like an indie guy. Previous. We should probably be more
because I know that he's going to be coaching for AEW.
Yes,
and then I was just the most easiest job in the world. You're basically top flight security.
So yeah, okay. He was an Ohio Valley guy. So I was right. He was an indie guy for a while in the mid 2000s, coming up with like Punk and all.
What do you do? And then, what do you do in Ohio Valley? Was he wrestling in there?
Yeah, he was a wrestler. He was a wrestler.
I know this might be an impossible task, but like, can you sell me on Pat Buck? Like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like,
I've never seen a dude wrestle. I don't know.
Like, what is this importance of him like really joining AEW?
I just thought the reason I put it on there because I just thought it was interesting because he was a producer previously for WWE for I believe a good 3 or 4 years. I believe he got signed in 2019 to be a producer. And I know he just produced 2 matches at WrestleMania. I wish I could remember which matches they were. And then
I believe one of them was the Ronda match. I believe it was the Ronda and Roman match.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. Interesting. So yeah, he produced those 2 matches. And then he was like, "Hey, I'm out of here. I want to spend more time with my family." And then like 2 weeks later, he's like, "I'm signing with AEW." Which at first I was like, "Huh?" But then I was like, also they only work, once a week. So I guess he could spend more time with his family. I do wonder if, maybe it'll help out with some of the match structure in AEW. Probably not. I don't know. I was listening to I was reading something about how Dustin Rhodes, he was talking about producing matches in WWE compared to AEW. And from what it seemed like from Dustin Rhodes, it seemed like they give them a lot of free reign to kind of do what they want, and I kind of wish AEW didn't do that.
We see that shit in a little. We see this shit in a lot of the bullshit matches that would happen on AEW tonight. But I'm scrolling down in the article, and him and Michael Hayes worked on Roman Raw, and then Charlotte Ronda.
Few matches with kind of weird finishes too. I don't know.
I mean, those matches are okay to me. But my thing is that like we see a lot of motherfuckers that get hired by AEW and we're just like, oh man, hopefully like that do some cool shit, and then like nothing really happens. Like I wasn't expecting Mark Henry and goddamn Paul White to really be making any change, but like when I hear people like Jerry Lynn, Dean Malenko getting hired, and then I see I see where we're at now, I'm just like, then what's the fucking point?
I'm not really sure those guys. I'm thinking those guys probably, what probably happened? Somebody probably called Pat Buck and was like, "Yo, they pay you bread over here. You only got to work 1 day a week, and you barely even have to do nothing." I guarantee it's like, happen. You know what? If that's the case, go ahead, bro. Get that bag, man.
I'm for sure AEW poached them, which is like that's perfectly fine. But I feel like they're not going to utilize him to like his full abilities. So, we'll see what happens. Because to me, in my eyes, AEW is still Tony Khan's rodeo, and he be putting the worst horses on. So,
hey, congrats to Pat Buck for becoming all elite. I'll say that much.
Flexing and finessing. Next thing that we got here, which is pretty big deal. TBS and TNT are no longer developing new scripted programming. A lot of motherfuckers started scrambling. And then I saw a motherfucker go, "Well, AEW isn't scripted." And I said, "Whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever helps you sleep at night, big dog."
I will say I am a little confused by this because I don't know what they're considering scripted. If they mean scripted, do they mean like sitcoms and like dramas, or would AEW fit under that bill? Is where I'm kind of like because it's such a weird like intersection between the two things.
Well, like in my mind, everything on TV is scripted. So I'm just like,
unless it's like live sports. Yeah, unless it's like live sports.
Okay, I can see
because even like reality shows are
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, because TBS has baseball, right? I believe they have baseball.
In my mind, TNT is fine because they could overload it with sports and reruns of Marvel movies. What the fuck TBS gonna have? Well, like, I guess it says new programming. So
I don't think they're
Big Bang Theory about to run it up, boy.
I don't think they're signing on for any new shows. I think whatever shows they got going on are probably going to go until the contract is up. Because I believe, what show was it? I believe it was like Animal Kingdom or it's one of those shows got like signed for like 2 more years. So I mean, we gonna see.
There's been no word of AEW extension or another deal.
Yeah. I think it's too early for that. I believe not till 2024. I think when the contract is up. I believe for both brands. I mean, for both companies.
Yeah,
I believe.
I'm reading right now. When it comes to AEW, the company has a deal that runs through 2023. So, hey man, Discovery, do the right thing, man. Y'all know what to do, man.
Would you stop, man? Let this company be. You want this company to die so bad.
Hey man, I gave it enough time. at this point, I think it's time that we do what we do, bro.
I really don't think AEW is that bad, bro. It's not that bad where I want it canceled.
It's God's plan, bro. Just let it happen. God's plan. All right. Normally we put the Patreon stuff at the end of the episode, but we're gonna put it on this front before we go into our AEW. So we have our Patreon question of the week. Just asking a little bit more about matches that you guys would possibly want to see on the Forbidden Door show. So we're gonna get into that, and then if you're not a patron, this will just cut to AEW.
Look in my eyes, Chris. I live behind my eyes. I can smell the fear coming off you. You bitch, I can smell it. When you say a hit in our world, you gotta be prepared to put someone in the ground. Guess what, Chris? We've done it before, and we'll put you guys in the ground too. Are you ready to do that? Are you prepared? Nah.
All right, AEW. I missed the first half because my alarm did not go off. So I'll be watching Dax versus Cash tomorrow. And then
have you okay, well, I'll ask you this question. Have you seen Brett versus Owen from WrestleMania 10?
Yes.
Then you've seen this match.
Oh, okay. Then I won't be watching this match.
No, in all seriousness, no, it was a good match, but they took like 5 different spots from that match and threw it in that match. It was a good match, though. I will say that much.
Yeah, because it's fucking taken from WrestleMania.
Because Brett versus Owen. I mean, look,
that's not
it was a fun. It was. You already know how I feel about the deriding of the Hart family from Brett. I mean, from not Brett. Sorry, from
FTR
Dax Cash, and to make it worse, they had CM Punk on commentary. To also be on the knees of the Hart family. So it was all
boing boing.
A whole lot of shaboing boing. But for real though, it was a good match to watch. It was a fun match. And Dax won. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Dax is my pick to win the whole thing at this point.
No. Well, if he won, it'd be very on brand as they continue and beg Bret Hart to show up in AEW. You know, it's the saddest shit that I think I've seen in this past week, besides the people saying Riho is better than Becky Lynch, man.
On your mind.
What is it? There was an article that came out. It was just like, there's speculations of Bret Hart signing a very lucrative deal with WWE, and that's why he hasn't shown up in AEW. And I was just like, that's the excuse that you have to make? Maybe he just don't fuck with y'all. Maybe he just don't want to be on AEW, bro.
Maybe
you had to make up a deal for why he like was the one person that's just like, I don't want to be on AEW.
I believe he is managing them on the indies. At some indie shows.
I haven't seen that. I seen them take pictures like fangirls with him at some cons. You know, for $40.
That's nasty.
I can take a picture with Bret Hart too, bro.
Shout out to Bret Hart.
Yeah, man. So stay your ground with your very lucrative, secretive deal. Then
it's probably just a Legends deal so they can get more of them little action figures out and put them in the games or whatever.
I think that shit was hilarious. It's just like, there has to be a reason why he's not on AEW. And it's just like, how about you figure out if the deal is real? Huh?
That too.
Come on. Real journalism shit. But yeah. And then next, Hangman Page and CM Punk is confirmed for Double or Nothing. I believe Hangman Page tested positive for COVID.
Get well soon to Hangman.
Hey, man. saved his ass from a verbal ass whooping from Punk week in and week out.
Oh, we still got time. Double or nothing ain't no time soon. It's like 5 weeks away.
Hey man, Paige, take your time, man. Spend love with your family, get better. Take some breath tests, some respiratory tests, man. You ain't gotta show up so soon, bro. Save yourself the ass whooping.
Me and Hangman going through it. Two soldiers of the same struggle. You feel me? We go. It's rough out here.
And this nigga said he ain't got COVID. Yeah, you're cooked, brother.
I did the test. I'm good.
Wait, hold on.
We're talking about.
So I mean, Paige and Hangman should be good for the most part, but them they still got time for a build. But I feel like if Hangman doesn't come back soon, it might be one of those like 3-week builds, and then whatever happens, and they'll probably have like a rematch or some shit.
Wait, when Double or Nothing again? I got you.
It's like May, like at the end of May.
29. I think Labor Day weekend, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's mad far. That's so far, bro. I really think AEW needs
You say that's mad far, but that's like
that's a whole month.
All right, so if Hangman doesn't come back by next week, then we only have like. You think so?
Yeah. Plus, like, think about it. Like, how long have been MJF and Wardlow been feuding? They have to drag this out for another 4 weeks.
And you know how MJF feuds go.
Yeah, look where we're getting us to.
I'm gonna pay this loser to face you, then I'm gonna pay this loser to face you, then I'm gonna pay this loser to face you, and then I'm gonna get some bigger loser to face you. But yeah, it is what it is. So next segment, we got the Jericho Appreciation Society with Eddie Kingston and Pride and Powerful, and once again, it's just another segment where they take pop shots at sports entertainment. Eddie Kingston puts on his black scent, and then whatever happens, there happens. There was like no violence or whatever.
It's not a black scent. That's the tough New Yorker accent. I wouldn't even say it's a black scent because I have like every race from New York tries to talk like that when they're out of town.
Yeah, he puts on the Fabio Foreign act. So yeah, I don't know what to make of the segment. I just have one question.
What's that?
Why did gun violence set off Chris Jericho? Because Jericho's pretty calm, and then what is it? Because he said I'm gonna put a hit out on you or whatever, and then Kingston was just like, oh, when you say put a hit out, that means it puts a means to an end or whatever, and you put like the guns up to his head, and I don't know, that shit set Jericho off.
He ain't like that, man.
And then Jericho is letting fucking Kingston get to him, and I think that shit is so sad.
That's fine. I think he needs to show a little vulnerability in his character. I will say the segment later on in the night where they got jumped in the parking lot, that's one of the better fireballs I've seen in the wrestling. That was a really good fireball. Hell of a fireball.
And then, no medical staff present, but we got a Ruby Soho sighting. And 2 children, and then some random nigga looking after.
I mean, that makes sense. I don't think because if it just happened, I don't think the medical staff would be right there immediately when we get there.
I mean, they backstage the fucking thing. What is it? You could literally see a red ambulance in the fucking bar lot. I think that's the funniest part.
There'll be somebody with it.
Niggas was in the concession stand getting hot dogs.
Yeah, they're chilling. They probably get some food. That was crazy. Waiting for Sammy to drop himself on his head first. They're probably outside the ringside waiting for Sammy to die.
But yeah, I don't get the what is it? The whole having you can't touch us sort of thing during the segment was just like okay, we get it. Like WWE had contract signings where there was no violence before. Did we need to recreate that?
Oh, I mean, I can't say it's a WWE thing because the contract signing angle has been going on since forever.
Sorry, sports entertainment thing.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if that was like a quote unquote shot at WWE to do that or whatever. I think it was just one of those things where they didn't want to do the it ends in a brawl just because we got four more weeks to go through.
And then it ended in a brawl later on the show.
It did end up in a brawl.
Later on the show. So yeah, I don't really get the point of this segment.
But a parking lot assault.
Yeah. We got Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb in a Philly street fight. I can't tell if the crowd was really into this, but they like Shida. They like Deeb.
That was whatever. It wasn't bad. It was very in the middle.
It was much better than the Thunder Rosa Mercedes Martinez street fight. That's for sure.
But you know what? Even because I was watching this and I kept comparing it to the Hikaru Shida Nyla Rose street fight. That was heat. So I was kind of comparing it to that. And I don't think it ever hit that level where the Nyla Rose Hikaru Shida one did. Excuse me. Yeah, the match was just fine. I guess it's over now. This feud is done.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's gonna be Serena Deeb versus Thunder Rosa at
Double or
Nothing. So
yeah. This Philly street fight that masked itself as another one contenders match. Has there ever been a street fight for a number one contendership?
I'm sure there has. You mean in wrestling in general or just in AEW?
Period.
I'm sure there has been. Yeah, for ECW, if that counts. They did one of those.
Just like we really got to beat the shit out of each other with all these objects for a title shot. But yeah, this match never really got as violent as I thought it would. Or I hope that the Becky quote would have lit a fire under AEW's ass and really had these women show out, and that was very much not the case. So
according to my timeline, they were really into it. They said that the match proved Becky wrong. So there's that. I don't know.
What?
They said it was a banger. I'm just telling you what the timeline said.
That match absolutely did not prove Becky wrong, because I think Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida were the only women that showed up the whole episode.
Well, I think you meant just like the match quality wise, I guess.
Oh, brother. Watch Charlotte and Ronda blow that shit out with the fucking street fight. But what are they about to have? An I Quit match. But next we have the Sammy Guevara and Scorpio Sky ladder match for the TNT title. And boy,
I'm telling you right now, this is the worst ladder match I've ever seen in my life.
This match, like, surprisingly, I don't know how they did it, but this match is worse than the ladder match with Cody.
The Cody one was somewhat kind of more fun. I had more fun watching that match. It was stupid.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I would say I had more fun about watching that match because I cared extremely less about this match.
Dude. And plus, so off the rip, Sammy Guevara decides, hey, let me just jump off a ladder and do a 630 Senton Phoenix Splash double loop off the ladder for no reason. There was no need to do that at all. And then landed on top of his head, 15 feet off the ground.
I don't even want to describe it because you could go on AEW's Twitter right now and then watch it back to back to back over and over and over again. But I think the most egregious part of that is he does it so close to the ladder. Scorpio Sky is not laying down or even close enough to, like, he would have to be the ladder to catch this motherfucker.
Yeah, he didn't get any kind of springs off of that little.
And then what is it? I thought it was so corny when he did the I'm crazy thing and then did it, and I was just like, oh brother,
he's been doing that though, the whole I'm crazy thing.
I know, but like
that justify corny. Yeah, it doesn't justify you doing that move in the first place. I had no problem with wrestlers jumping off ladders and doing high spots, but at least like makes sense when you do it. You know what I mean? Don't like what
No, there is no psychology
there
here,
would
bro.
Zero psychology. I don't know how people like
people can't enjoy matches this, don't have what is it? Psychology. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And a prime example of it is what is it? Scorpio Sky throwing him off the ladder into the barbed wire ladder, and he popped back up.
Right back up. Even Excalibur. Even Excalibur was like, he got right back up. Like, even he couldn't believe it. He was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
You got right back up.
This is the finish of the match. I throw you off the ladder into the barbed wire ladder. You spring back up, and I throw you off again, and then I win the match.
You do a whole springboard right after that. I know you do a whole springboard for what? What was the reason to do that springboard?
So garbage.
You get knocked right back off. It kills the fucking ladder spot you just did because sold it.
And
so
also,
what the point of even doing it?
Both these niggas got hit with the barbed wire. What is it? The barbed wire ladder, and neither of them bled. So what is that? Is that shit made out of plastic?
That too.
Like
some match. Tony Khan, I don't want to see another ladder match from y'all for the rest of the year. I better not see that.
I don't want to see Sammy Guevara wrestle no more.
That too.
We don't have to
get it, and we don't even have to get into them winning the belt for no real reason. It seems like now. Go with the point in that.
Oh yeah, this nigga got 2 reigns for no whatever. If he wants to have the 2 reigns, whatever. But like, what was really? I guess to like do the double turn, but they gotta do that shit anyway.
You know what's so funny too, because the North American Championship used to be the Cursed Championship. Now I feel like it's the TNT Championship. Everything that can go wrong with that belt seems to keep going wrong, or just a mess.
Sammy Guevara keeps winning the shit, and then some boring nigga keeps winning it after. I don't like. I really don't know what to say about this match besides it's like terrible. What is it? Paige Van Zandt coming out didn't move me. Tay Conti kicking Dan Lambert in the nuts didn't like do anything for me.
You know why that didn't even hit? Because it would have hit if Dan Lambert was still a heel and Tay Conti was the face, but because she wasn't, like it didn't get a crowd reaction they wanted. It was just like, okay, you know what I mean?
You just beat up Dan Lambert again, like while he's like the most likable person in the room right now.
Crazy.
So stupid, fickle.
Yeah, outside of like indie stuff, that was the worst ladder match I've ever seen in my life. I know New Japan had a really bad one too, but this one takes the cake.
Another dumb spot, which I thought was very funny, was when the women were on each like opponent's back. Paige Van Zandt was on Sammy, and then Tay Conti was on Sky, and they were like boxing on top of the ladder or whatever. Tay Conti does like a full on like kind of like back bump or whatever off the ladder, and then Paige Van Zandt is carefully coming down, and then Tay Conti doesn't get up fast enough to like kind of go for their spot, so Paige Van Zandt has to kind of like pull her up, and I was just like, just go away, go fight, like do that thing where y'all fight and then y'all go through the tunnels or whatever and y'all disappear. Like, I don't know, that match is terrible. Sammy Guevara really needs to like stop being on these shows, man. I don't get the point of him like. Oh my god, there's so many better people that could be TNT champions right now.
Hope this is over. I don't know where Sammy goes from here, but I'm not interested. Whatever.
I don't even know where he would go.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know where he's gonna go from here unless they just run it back for the 3rd time. Ugh.
Yikes. Nah, I'm not a fan of that. All right, quick hits. We got the Blackpool Fight Club versus the Factory. Who's the Factory? Who's Nick Camarado,
Aaron Solo, and Anthony Ogogo. And
Anthony Ogogo's back.
Yeah, he's been back. He wrestled on I think he wrestled on Rampage a couple weeks ago. It was glorified squash match, but it's Blackpool Combat Club, so I'm all in. Wheeler Yuta got a huge pop because it was his hometown. Nothing crazy happened. It was just another match.
You couldn't get that. That nigga got an ass whooping for his homecoming.
So I'm still not 100% sure where this Blackpool Combat Club thing, unless they're introducing a trios title. I'm not really sure what we're doing here, but I'm with it because it's Brian. So I have faith in Brian.
Well, like the care is like teetering off, but not as fast as anybody else, like literally for anybody else, because like it's Brian, and I do like that they are, in fact, without a shadow of a doubt, it is elevating Wheeler Yuta. It absolutely is. So this little experiment that Brian wanted to do, it's working.
Yeah, and also Excalibur mentioned Lee Moriarty again on commentary when they came out, so I think we're kind of leading towards that too, which is fine. Get him away from Matt Sydal. Let's get Lee Moriarty with the Blackpool Club. I'm with it. Yeah,
I think that'd be cool. Warlow versus Archer. This happened in the first hour. I missed it. I'm sure the match is exactly what I think it is.
Warlow was off a bean. That nigga was doing swanton bombs, hurricane ranas. I said, "What my man's doing out here?"
That's not what I thought the match was gonna be.
That thing was bugging. I thought it was a little unnecessary for a match like this. I think if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, I would save it for the big match. But also, I think he's probably too damn big to be doing Hurricane Ranas and Swantons at MJF. So I guess if you're gonna do those kind of things, you do it against another big base like Lance Archer. And yeah, that's that on that. And then after the matches, later on the night, we see MJF make a call to a wrestler who is taller than Wardlow and smarter than Wardlow, and you can't teach that. So if I were to make an educated guess, I believe he's talking about Big Cass XL, W. Morrissey.
Poverty, poor, broke, poverty, low income.
In all seriousness, I'd rather they just had Enzo. It should have just been Enzo. They can do that. Just an Enzo out there. Do Enzo versus Wardlow.
Motherfucker, they gonna have Enzo. Cass XL is gonna come out with without Enzo, which is already an L. And then I feel like if Enzo comes out, it's an even bigger L.
No, if Enzo comes out, that'll make it better. At least it'll be entertaining.
Absolutely not, bro.
I fuck with Enzo. I like Enzo.
I don't know why. I'm over it. The whole like, oh man, they're really over in NXT or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
No, they were over on the main roster too. They were very over on the main roster.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't get it. And then when I kind of got it, I was just like, oh, they're gone. So
I like Enzo. I was always a big fan. His in-ring work was obviously not there, but I think everything else.
No, definitely not an Enzo.
I love the Zo Train. The 205 Live stuff was really fun. I thought that was really fun.
I don't watch 205 Live. But once again, the same feud as usual. MJF just gets a whole, he runs the gauntlet and just calls a whole bunch of losers to fight. And then eventually is going to be Wardlow versus Shawn Spears. Ooh, can't wait. 10-man tag, the Elite versus a random assortment of niggas. And then they beat the shit out of Lee Johnson. And then, we have to prove our dominance because we got our ass beat by real beaters. So it is what it is. There was like no post-match angle or anything. So I'm just like, you guys beat up some dudes who are never on TV. Ooh.
That's fine. Kill some time, I guess. I don't know.
It could have been another women's match or something. Or at least
another women's
segment
match
for the women. Some shit. Last thing we got some Owen Hart qualifying matches or whatever. We got Swerve versus Darby. No interest.
Fun. That'll be fun. I think that'll be a fun match.
I have no interest in either of these guys. And then we're gonna get Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Fish. And that's
gonna be interesting. That's gonna be real interesting.
These motherfuckers are a combined age of 8,001. So I'm just like, why are we having this match, bro?
I can say it's a matchup we've never seen before. I'll give them that. Definitely something we ain't never seen before.
Because you never seen it does not mean it's a bad thing.
I mean, we can't judge if it's gonna be good or not until we see it. Do I think it's gonna be good? I don't know. I'm not saying it's gonna be good.
Why does it have to be that when you have the information in your mind already that Jeff Hardy has already put on 2 stinkers in AEW and Bobby Fish is one of the most boring niggas going on right now?
We haven't seen Jeff Hardy solo in AEW yet.
What is the solo versus the tag matches going to be different?
He's 2 different matches.
And you can't even say that he's like the best part of some of these tag matches when he's not.
I'm just telling you, we don't know. We can't just say the match is going to be ass. We've never seen this combination of wrestlers before. We've never seen this.
You have the background history in your mind.
We've never seen.
In the past 2 matches, what makes you think that solo Jeff Hardy is going to be better than the 2 other matches that he had?
I'm just saying. Well, the last match he was in it for 5 minutes. I can't even tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Because his bullshit ass got hurt, and then he came back like this shit was nothing. And then, what is it? His debut match or when he came out or whatever, it was just nothing but spots and spots. And I doubt he's going to do that with Bobby Fish. So how is this match possibly going to be fantastic?
Jeff Hardy's one of, he's an all-timer. He's a legend. We don't know. I'm going to say they can surprise us. They can surprise us.
Bobby Fish ain't surprising no fucking body, bro. Like we were just talking about Jeff Hardy. We even talk about the other side. Bobby Fish surprising you, bro?
I hate Bobby. I never liked Bobby Fish ever.
I'm just random optimism.
I'm sorry, Mr. Negative Nancy over there. Sometimes I want to try to look at the brighter things. I'm just saying it was an interesting matchup. That's all I said. All I'm saying is a matchup we've never seen before.
You have the square puzzle piece, and then you're just like, maybe it could fit in this triangle, dog. And it's just like, nah, you have enough information in your mind to just throw that shit in the square, bro.
We ain't gotta walk into everything with some negativity, man. Let's you know what I mean? It's wrestling. Let's enjoy. It could be good. It could be good. That's all I'm saying. Do I think it's gonna be good? No, but it could be.
Oh, brother. I guess. And then some other things. Phoenix came back. I forgot to put it on the docket. So we're gonna continue some more House of Black shit, even though they haven't looked at each other for like the past like 3 weeks now.
Hey yo,
we back.
Is it me or Malachi Black's face getting blacker and blacker as the week go by? At some point, you're gonna end up in full blackface.
He's putting more black paint without any white on top of it.
Yo,
that's how Ballard beat the allegations, bro. That man was in full black. That nigga had full black face, but he had fangs though. The fangs.
He had fangs. He's good. We good.
It's not black. It's not blackface yet. His fit at Takeover the End pulls out a yang, yang, yang. That shit was just black and white, no red, no blue, no green, nothing. That nigga was testing the waters. Yeah, that is it for AEW. We'll see what happens later on the week. There's a really interesting match that's going to be happening on Rampage. It's like the baddie section versus
ladies,
Nightingale, Trish. I forgot what her last name is.
Trish Adora with Sky Blue. Also, Jade, Red Velvet, and Kiera are officially known as the baddies, as you would expect.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I mean, that's fine. As long as Jade Cargill stops begging for where the baddies in your area, I'm all for it.
You sound like me. Where the baddies at? You feel me? Where they at?
So I'll be looking forward to that. I'll be watching that if I'm not doing anything on Friday. So here's what it is. Next, we'll be getting into NXT 2.0.
After everything he's gone through.
It looks like he's 100% and some right now.
Wait a minute, his father being held back. Casey running away.
Oh! Breaker was running through everybody.
All right, let's do this. A very odd episode of. Actually, I don't even think this episode was that odd. But there's a lot that goes on, and I think there's just a lot that I'm just like,
what are we doing?
Man.
What the fuck are we doing?
What are we doing, big dog? But this show starts with a
fucking train wreck.
Kobashi and Masada.
Oh, a fucking train wreck. This match was a mess from start to finish.
Nah, this match was hard. This match was raw.
Well, let me finish, right? Because I was gonna say it's a fucking train wreck, but I didn't hate it. Is that weird? Is that weird to say? I didn't hate it.
Yeah, because like even for what is it? I would say for how quote unquote green these women are, or how unexperienced they are, that shit was completely masked because they was hitting each other hard as fuck, and not in a dangerous way. There was like a couple spots where I was just like, oh, that was kind of wild. But the spot that I'm talking about is when Nikkita Lyon kind of like mounts Lash Legend, and then Lash Legend just like launches her through the ropes or whatever.
That was terrifying. Oh my god! If she didn't roll her neck in like last second, it would have been a wrap for her. That's a lot of body lit. That's a lot of body laying on top of your head. A whole lot of body.
That's what training is for.
Thank God. Jesus.
But nah, shit like that, that's fire. Like that was a
I can't.
That was a cool spot. I'm not even gonna lie. Because like, who else is doing that?
Nobody. Because that's a dumbass spot. I think I will die.
Motherfucker, is that shit any dumber than fucking Sammy Guevara going? Whoa, whoa. crazy, man. And then like doing
No,
the shit.
that's dumber, but I'm not gonna that don't justify what the hell they were trying to do right there.
That
It
shit
could
was
have been
fine
just as
because
bad.
I think with proper training, that shit is all good and fine. But
No, I'm not vouching for that spot. That was a dumbass spot.
that spot was fine.
No.
They was hitting each other hard as fuck. Nikkita Lyon wins, and then Natalia comes out and attacks Lyons from behind, and then Jade comes out for the save. And next week for Spring Breaking, terrible name, we'll be getting Lions
Or Jade versus
Or
Natalia
Jade, sorry.
and
I
Lash
don't-
Legend.
I'm blanking out on her name because I'm just
You're
like
losing it.
I don't care about Cora Jade right now. Like,
You're over it.
no, I'm not over it, but I don't see where they're going with it. Because the more women that they start like bringing in, or like
They brought in a lot.
yeah, like I'm seeing less Cora Jade as a champion.
I'm gonna tell you when it happened. I'm gonna tell you right
Or like a face.
When Roxanne showed up, I said, "Yeah, it's over. It's over for Cora." That was the moment I said, "Yeah, it's over. It's a wrap." I know it's your best friend, but it's a wrap, buddy.
Like right now, already. I think they're just like on opposite spectrums. Like Roxanne is a much better wrestler, but her character is currently like nothing right now. It's very bland. Like she just came, like she just started. So there's a lot to be molded there, but I like what I saw her interactions with Indy Hartwell and Persia Parado way more than those fucking vignettes that she was doing with Raquel Gonzalez.
Those weren't good.
But Cora Jade, she has like, well, I don't even know if she really has a crowd on her side like that anymore.
Yeah, good reaction when she came out, I think.
But like I don't really think that she's that great of a wrestler, and I don't really think what is it, the generation of Jade or whatever the fuck they're trying to do with that. I'm just like, ain't hitting for me, dog.
So you're over it, what you're saying, what you should just said. You take all that time to say you're over it.
I'm not saying I'm over it. I'm just saying like I'm not seeing where this shit is currently going. So we'll see what happens at Spring Breaking. This match shouldn't be too bad. Cora Jade is definitely like the smallest woman in there, which I think that's gonna be hilarious. It's the size difference of everybody.
Well, Natalia's not that tall either,
but she's a lot thicker though.
She got muscle on her. Yeah, it was the only difference.
Yeah, like everybody in that match is thick as hell, and then you have the two women who are tall as hell, and then you have Cora Jade and her skateboard. So we'll see what happens. Next match. This was built up last week. I don't think we talked about the build up too much about it, but we got Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Leon and Faraz. That's cool. I liked it. Unmute yourself. Why you keep muting yourself whenever you're not saying that?
Because I keep coughing. I don't want to cough on the mic. You want to hear?
Yeah, just die, bro.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I really like those girls. Leon and Faraz, I think they got potential for real. Casey and Caden, I know they won the match, so I'm assuming they're gonna wrestle Toxic Attraction sooner than later. But they can main roster those girls now. I think it's time.
Yeah. Wade Barrett said something really interesting where he was just like, "Hey man, they've been here for a minute, man. If they don't get that shit now, I think they should hang it up." And I said, "Yeah,
which I think it might happen. I think it's going to happen. I think they're going to have that match, and then
like what is it? I think this might be their third match for the tag titles. Yeah, if they don't get it now,
just call them up. We've seen the trend of you get your name change, and then you probably got 2 more weeks on NXT, and they ship you up. It happened with Gunter. It seems like it happened with Kaylee Ray, and now it's probably going to happen with Katana Chance and Caden.
Mm-hmm.
So,
moving on, next tag match, we got Elgato Del Fantasma versus the Rednecks. And I'll say this, man. Briggs kind of showed me something. So it's looking dark for Jensen, bro.
I wonder what the reason they wrote him out the match.
Probably wasn't medically cleared, but they didn't want to make too much of a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the match was whatever. the angle going forward is Von Wagner attacked Jensen backstage. So we'll see where that goes.
Because Kushida and fucking
Kushida Von Wagner had nothing to do.
Yeah. But no, the match was fine. Elgato wins. Then we're gonna get more Cartel versus Mafia wars. It's
Oh yeah, we didn't get into that. We get what's the names of the guys?
Oh, I have it in quick hits because I was just like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, let's get into it now. Tony D'Angelo and his twinks, Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
I don't think we're allowed to say that word. We keep saying I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
Who gonna fight me?
The gay
and then Troy and Troy Donovan, which these two are some of the most like unintimidating looking niggas ever. Just two niggas really skinny in the face. No muscle behind any of these dudes. Like none of these dudes look like they have muscle to like protect their Don. So I'm just like,
I think they get thrown around a lot.
Yeah, I think like Raul Mendoza could really just beat the shit out of one of these dudes. Like
for real. It's Cruz del Toro now, which is a fire name, by the way.
My fault. Yeah,
fire name. That's a fire name. I'm sorry.
But yeah, man, his troop ain't give me no benefit of the doubt that like he about to really be something in NXT, bro. And then since we were already talking about it, Von Wagner and Tony D'Angelo happening, and boy, ooh wee,
naughty dabbing.
It stinks. But back to the main topics. We got Solo Sikoa versus Trick Williams. I thought this match was okay. Trick Williams, I don't know, man.
He needs some work still.
He needs some work like a motherfucker. He cannot like if he gonna be having singles matches for real, he can't be the Carmelo Hayes shit. The dust gonna settle, bruh.
I think Trick Williams has great facial reactions. I think he's a character. Obviously, he's funny, good talker. Mm-hmm. He just, it's gonna take some time for him to get used to being in the ring. He probably should get more reps on Level Up. I think he doesn't work Level Up a lot. He probably should work it a little bit more. The timing's a little off. At least he's not wrestling in them brunch boots no more. He got regular wrestling boots now, so that's not great.
Yeah, that's good for him. But nah, in this match, I was just like, I don't know, dog. And then Solo Sikoa, not the biggest fan, but I'm certainly turning around on them. But I don't know, brother. So that was whatever. And then post-match angle, Carmelo Hayes talks his shit. Oh, Cameron Grimes is also on commentary. So Cameron Grimes comes out, talks to Solo Sikoa, and then Carmelo Hayes talks his shit. And then Solo Sikoa is about to fucking super kick the shit out of Carmelo Hayes. He ducks out the way, and then he catches Cameron Grimes dead on the jaw. And Solo didn't look too sorry, bro, because they're gonna fight next week anyway. So it is what it is. And then a lot of stuff going on with Diamond Mine right now. So we're just gonna hit off on multiple things. What the fuck is Roger Strong talking about, bro?
I want Roderick Strong to not talk. This is what Bivens is there for. I don't want Roderick Strong on my TV to talk ever. Not at any point in his career. I said, hey, I want to hear a promo from Roderick Strong. Don't ever do that anymore.
I know he could cut a promo. Like I know he could cut a promo.
No, he can't.
He could be dominant.
He can't cut a promo. He can't cut a promo. He can't talk for shit. He'd never been able to talk for shit ever in his whole career.
He for sure can talk.
I've watched this man for 20 years. He cannot talk.
I know my nigga can talk, man. But
you can't.
What the fuck was he saying? Like, last week I was just like, all right, whatever. But what is this process of like? What is Diamond Mine going through right now? Like, what is this?
They're losing.
Just have them win something.
No.
And then Roger Strong talking mad shit, but he nowhere near in any title contention. He hasn't been near a title contention in a minute.
But it's his group.
Yeah, but it's just like you can't talk to me about being a loser, or being like, how the fuck you didn't win the big one when you just lost the goddamn Ilya Dragunov overseas? You flew 16 hours to get your ass beat. Talking to me crazy.
You're making me laugh. I can't laugh. I'm gonna cough.
But I guess Diamond Mine is definitely going through some rebuilding process. When I feel like the Creed brothers should really just be mowing through. Actually, I feel like Elgato Del Fantasma is on their way out, so they're gonna let them get the title match, and then probably like scurry off. But just have Diamond Mine beat this shit out of Pretty Deadly backstage. Just do it, bro.
They had a build to it, man. I will say that I'm very excited for. I guess we can talk about it now. This led to Roderick Strong announcing next week it's gonna be Viking Raiders against the Creed brothers. They're gonna beat the shit out of each other. I cannot wait.
I cannot
fucking wait for that match.
I couldn't think of a more greater opponents for these two motherfuckers.
When them boys came out from the side of the camera, I said, "Oh, I jumped like, let's fucking go." I said, "Let's go,
I thought
baby."
it was very funny that Roger Strong was just like, "All right, man, we need to start. We gotta really get into this shit, man. So y'all two, y'all gonna face some homeboys I used to beat the shit out of back in the day. Link up."
Also, they wrestled Team BBC of Idris Inoue and Malik the Freak. Yeah, it was a fun little match.
I hate that they call him Malik the Freak, bro.
That's hilarious. Those guys, you know what? Those guys are really, really funny. I like those guys a lot. And I think Inoue is really good in the ring for such limited ability. I mean, limited time he's been wrestling. I think he's a natural athlete. When they quoted Cool Runnings, which I thought was really funny. So if you quote Cool Runnings in your promo, I can't knock that. It's a great movie. So they had a match and they got squashed by Viking Raiders, and then there you go. It wasn't a squash. It was a little competitive. It was a squash.
Competitive.
No, it was a squash. It was a squash.
What is it? Team B, they showed something, bro.
That was squash.
And then definitely Viking Raiders and Creed Brothers are definitely going to be something that steals the show on Spring Breaking. So that should be cool. All right, quick hits. We got a lot of stuff going on here. So we got Nathan Frazier making his debut, but it's just not a debut match, debut program.
Yeah, cut that hair.
Or no, he doesn't have to cut his hair.
Or not cut it. Do something different with it.
Like,
yeah.
Get a braid that goes across your crown or some shit. Cause Grayson, please get like an elf haircut or some shit. Because Grayson Waller, what is it? You could check out this WWE backstage. Or I don't know if it happened on the show or not. But Tiffany Stratton and Grayson Waller, they were teeing off on that nigga, bro.
Cooking him. And Nathan Frazier, for some reason, it's taking him really, really a long time to get less indie-fied. When he was in NXT UK, he had those goofy indie shorts for like 6 months, and he wouldn't change those damn shorts until someone probably pulled to his side.
I think the indie shorts are fine.
It's so ugly. Oh my god.
Nah, bro. It's
one of the worst things CM Punk did for wrestling with the goofy ass shorts. Hate those shits.
It's a remnant of a forgotten, not a forgotten era, but of our golden era, bro.
I think Seth Rollins did that too, didn't he? Didn't he have the shorts too? Yeah,
no,
fuck that.
He had trunks at some points, but I'm sure there's a lot of niggas that did the basketball shorts or like
so ugly. Ugh.
The long neon shorts.
Ugh.
I know this is gonna be a weird sentence, but I feel like he should probably get like the 5-inch seam ones with like probably like some tassels like Buddy Murphy used to have, or when he was with
Seth. Nathan Frazier's gear is fine now. Now just the hair.
Oh. You need to get an undercut or something.
I'll tell you what though.
Fuck it.
Get some waves, some dreads.
Fuck it, get waves, bro.
I will say that Tope Suicida he did, he might have surpassed excuse me, might have surpassed Santos in the suicide dive department. Yeah. That boy was speeding, boy. You saw how fast he went?
Yeah.
My man went.
Santos been doing that shit since Lucha Underground. So
I know, but the way Nathan Frazier was moving, like I thought he could fly into the crowd the way he was moving.
Yeah, he sent Grayson Waller flying, and then Chase U got involved. Well, so Nathan Frazier comes out, Grayson Waller's just like, "Hey man, shut that shit up," and beat the shit out of Gugu Raj or whatever.
What's his
that's
name?
Not looking good on him.
He said Google Raj.
What is it? What's his name? Dude?
Yo, every time he's on TV, we go to this. Guru Raj.
Yeah, whatever. Not looking good for his report card. And then Grayson Waller is just like, hey man, you look like a nerd. Shut the hell up. Chase you in the crowd. You some bitches. And then I don't know why he had to tee off on on Chase University, but Andre Chase gets involved. Nathan Frazier does a whole bunch of stuff. And if Nathan Frazier is gonna be with the Chase U guys, I'm not mad at that.
I don't think he's gonna be in Chase U, but he might be like affiliated with them.
That's fine. Ain't wrong with that. I think that's good company to keep, man. I think they're really good baby faces on the roster. So,
yeah. Plus, Nathan doesn't have much. Nathan doesn't have much personality as it is right now, so he probably needs Andre Chase around him.
He gonna get that scholarship, bro. Watch. Next we got Aberfire. Getting a debut vignette, and I'll say this, man. Aberfire. Is that
Aberfire? Do you like the name?
I mean, it's fine. Yeah. She has red hair, so it works or whatever.
That's the qualifier.
Yeah. I don't. What is it? I think KLR was. It was a nice little acronym to have, like Kyle O'Reilly's.
That her real name?
Just called them Kyle. Kaylee Ray.
Yeah.
Probably. Look it up.
It was a real name. It was spelled different. It was like Kaylee, like it's just Kaylee.
Oh, okay.
It was Kaylee and then Ray. That wasn't really okay.
WWE said, "Nigga, we not taking no chances." So
I know. Oh, she's only 29. I didn't know that either.
My thing is right now is that one we're getting more name change discourse, and
I feel like they're dead now. I feel like people are kind of over it. I think.
Yeah, but it's dying down because like it's starting to become less of a hot topic. You're not getting your retweets and engagements no more.
It's inevitable. The names are getting changed. You guys just deal with it at this point. Like we got over the shock. It's over now.
Yeah. My thing is that this vignette's cool. Fine. Great. The name change doesn't bother me at all. Have this vignette on SmackDown though. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Like, what the fuck? Leave, nigga.
Leave.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You are Kaylee Ray here. Get the fuck out of here and go be something somewhere else. Like, that's why I think what is it with Martel Barthel? Like, I thought it was great because in NXT 2.0 whatever, NXT whatever, he's Martel Barthel. As soon as he went up there, he got his new name. So nobody does the stupid criticisms of, well, like, they're changing, like, why would you change your name when we're so used to it or whatever? And I'm just thinking, just put her in front of a new crowd with a new name, and that's perfectly fine. Because as soon as she comes back, you're going to get the dickheads that are doing the Kaylee Ray chants or whatever the fuck. Nip that shit in the bud. Go to SmackDown, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Maybe they're not ready just yet to send it up there. You got to remember, it's two different parties like trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do here. So
yeah, and they I don't know what the fuck they want to do, bro. I'm fine. No like the name change don't bother me. Like I'm cool, but it's just like go get that main roster bag, bro. Like let her get the bag. SmackDown ain't got really much going on, bro.
SmackDown got a lot of people coming in at once. Maybe they want to spread it out.
Yeah, but that's fine. Next. We got Mandy Rose versus Roxanne. And I'll say right now, from the time that we did the grades to now, Mandy Rose's skill has dissolved like fucking toilet paper in water.
I don't understand how this woman has regressed in her wrestling ability. It blows my mind. I don't know how this happens.
I don't know how it happens so fast. Like, I can't even say in that fatal 4-way that she was getting like carried by Kaylee Ray and Io Shirai. I would say that more of being the case for Cora Jade. But like, what happened?
I don't know. It's really like it seems like communication's off all the time. It lasts like 3 weeks.
You're not training. You're not going to rehearsal. You're not watching no tapes. You're not. Trying to develop new moves. You're not trying to hit the what is it? Liv Morgan, she got a ring in her garage. You're not trying to see what that shit about. Like Natalia got a ring too. You're not trying to see what that shit about. All you do is tan and lift weights.
Look good.
That's it, bro. Like, what the fuck going on, bro? I thought Roxanne looked okay in here, but you know, Mandy Rose ain't try to do anything to really make her look good. And I know it's not Roxanne being insanely green because, or like, you know, being kind of like new to this or being like new to us for the most part.
I mean, still
Mandy Rose just had a fucking, because Mandy Rose still had a stinker with Dakota Kai, and she been in this shit for a minute.
Mandy's been in this for a minute. Mandy's been in this for a minute. It's something just seems off with her recently. I don't know what it is. Maybe she's focused on something else, but she doesn't seem like she's really into it anymore. Maybe she's ready to go back to the main roster. I don't know. But something's off. Something's off.
Well, the way you wrestling, don't even touch that shit, bro. Don't look at that. What is it? That minimum, whatever the fuck Triple H said, bro. Don't look at that shit.
Oh no, Mandy making way more than that. You bugging?
Yeah, I know. But like,
now currently,
don't look at Bianca. Don't look at Sasha. Don't look at them, bro. Because I don't know how the fuck your skill regress. But next.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
I think our champions are like in very tough spots, except the tag champs.
Hey, this shit is ass, bro. That whole joke, get that shit out of here. All of it. Enough is
enough. Last week I literally said, when the fuck did he get like a cult or whatever? Like he never did a rally and no shit like that.
Nothing out of nowhere.
They heard that episode. It was just like, oh shit, Cyrus is right. So they did it this week, and I was just like, nigga, please.
This hall is terrible. It's all I don't. Hold on, I got coffee.
No problem. But like, let's get to the match, bro. We're gonna get this shit the fuck up out of here, bro. This shit is ridiculous. I'm really hoping and praying. Quan is dying right now. That this match is good, because if this match is good, I would say I could ignore the rest of this build, because what is it? Even the greatest matches have very poor builds. And then I could just be like, well, shit, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sure the match will be fine, but I don't like Braun being in supernatural storylines. He doesn't fit. It's weird.
Well, like, it could work, but it just happened so random and sudden. And it just feels like rushed and fast forward. Like, this shit is ridiculous. All right. Quan is done. So we're gonna kind of get through this to the best, or to the best of his abilities. But good news is that we have the women's breakout tournament happening in 2 weeks, and some of the faces that we see right now is Ariana Grace, who is, I think, Santino Marella's daughter, right?
Correct.
Yes. Lash Legend's gonna be in it, so I think that's a really good. That's very good for her. Kiana James. I think she had the worst vignette so far. She was just like, bitch, I've been crunching the numbers, man. And I think I got a 33% chance of winning this breakout tournament. And I was just like, oh, you're a nerd.
A sexy secretary gimmick? Come on.
I said, hell no, bruh. We back. The 80s is back, bruh. Absolutely not. If she bring a calculator to the ring with her, bruh.
Oh, she is somebody with a briefcase.
This is like when Liva Bates was a goddamn librarian. Like, nah, we good off that, bro.
She still is.
Oh, I haven't seen her in so long. I would have known, bro. I thought she was just a janitor. Sloane Jacobs.
She's been on level up a couple of times. She's very young. I didn't realize how young she was until she said it on her day. I was like, damn. Okay. So 18, 20?
I watched it, but I don't remember anything she said. But I remember she said that she wanted to be the youngest.
Yeah, whatever. she's like 19 or something. She's young as hell.
Yeah, I was just like, it's a race between you, Roxanne, and Cora Jade, bro. Good luck.
Yeah. Also, Simone Johnson, if you remember her, she made a little like emoji towards the.
Oh no.
Towards the tweet. Oh, so no. I don't know what that means. Is she finally ready to go, or?
Hey man. Bullshit. All I gotta say is, if she's in this tournament, thank you everybody coming along with me on this ride.
It's a
but
wrap,
you know
boy.
what it is, man.
It's a wrap.
unless they change, they
well, they changed her
I can't
name.
even say pull a swerve, but unless they just like we're gonna treat you like everybody else. This is the let's get this motherfucker some reps tournament.
Are they gonna change their name?
So Simone, Maivia, bro.
That'd be hard, dog. That would be hard. Something Maivia, just anything Maivia would be hard.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that. They should do that.
Oh no,
because in kayfabe, technically his last name is Maivia. So
yeah. Well, don't do that. I think I came up with too good of an idea, and then Twitter's gonna be like, that should be her name. Let it be her name. What the fuck is a Braun Breaker? So it is what it is. But no, that is it for us. Quan is like heaving and no, you're not okay.
Bro, I'm breaking in a sweat right now. I'm coughing. I don't want this over with. I want this to end right now.
Yeah, and we are done. So, you can check out our Patreon. Well, you already heard our Patreon segment. We talked about some AEW New Japan dream matches that not even dream matches, just matches that you would be interested in seeing. I'm sorry to hate the term dream match. I'm not even gonna lie. We talked about Becky Lynch's quote on the AEW women's division. You can follow me, Cyrus, at Cyrus on TWR on Twitter. You can follow Quan at the comeback spot where he'll be able to talk because he can't right now. And you can follow all things the A Show at the A Show RNC. Subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/the A Show RNC, where we have shows like Legendary Runs, Invasion Diaries, X8 Diaries. You get the weekly shows a day early. And for all you motherfuckers that voted for it, we're going to be talking about Street Fighter the movie on Patreon, on Spot Callers. And all I have to say is, I don't know what this has to do with wrestling.
I don't know either.
Or how there's a wrestling tie. But I think Justin was just like, man, I really like playing Street Fighter right now. Let's do this. So we'll see.
I like
what
that
happens.
movie as a kid. I ain't gonna lie. I liked it as a kid.
I am sure at the time this movie was great. This movie's ass. I know y'all had to. Oh man, but it was like really good, bro. Like when
I was like 5 years old. I was like 5 years old. I just thought it was cool to see Blanca on my TV screen. I was like, that's Blanca right there. I was like, let's go.
I feel like they could have got somebody that was. Well, you know what? It's a video game movie, so they wasn't gonna get real actors for this shit. But I feel like they could have got somebody more stocky for Blanca.
Wild skinny, right?
Yeah, that boy was wild skinny, and then he had like brick forehead, whatever. He had the school juice pouches for eyebrows.
All right, I'm not talking about it. I'm going. Bye. See you later. Bye, everybody.
All right, peace out. We'll see you guys next week.